All right, folks. Today is February the 7th, 2020. We're looking at the market close. The Dow was down about 1%. S&P 500, NASDAQ were both down about 0.5%. Small caps was down 1.2%. So my thoughts are for the next week or so, the markets will fluctuate within like a 1 or 2 percentage point before going higher. Let's look at some charts. Okay, first chart that we're looking at is oil. Oil was down 1.5% today. You see over the last week, it's staying within 1050 and probably like 1075. So I think it'll be down there for a little bit before it starts to go higher in the next week or so. Let's look at IWM. IWM was down 1.23%. It actually closed a little bit below its 20-day moving average. The lowest I really expected to go would be a 164 before going back up. If it gets past that 164, there's a good chance it's going to go down to 158 before coming back up. So that's what we'll be watching next week and the week after. If it gets below 164 and then it gets below 160, it's headed to the 158 number. And I'm pretty sure we'll get a bounce off of the 158 number because that's his 200-day moving average. So that would be what? 164 minus 158, 628. Let's see here. 8. That will be about a 5% drop if that happens. But it will be a pretty strong bounce off of that 200-day moving average if that happens. Let's look at SPY. SPY was down 0.52%, but it's still above its 20-day moving average, which is a good sign. For right now, I expect it to come down and hit 328. After 328, if it continues down, I expect it to hit 324. If it gets past 324, we expect it to hit, just offhand, we expect it to hit 316 area before it has a very strong bounce back. Because you see, earlier in the week, it already bounced back off of its 50-day moving average. So if it gets below its 50-day moving average again, it's headed down to that 100-day moving average, which it should bounce right there. Let's look at QQQ. QQQ was down 0.43%. The last 4 days, it's been between 225 and 231. So within like a couple of percentage points. If it comes down, I expect it to come down to 222 range. If it gets past that, I expect it to go down to 216. If it gets past 216, it's headed down to at least 208. Let's look at Dow Jones. Dow Jones was down 1% today. It's still above its 20-day moving average. Next, I expect it to be at about 28,850 or 28,800 is 20-day moving average. If it gets below that, it'll be 283. Below that, it'll be, or not 283, 28,300. Below that, 28,000. And let's hope it doesn't go lower than that if it goes down. Let's look at financials. XLF. XLF was down 0.35%. It's still above its 20-day moving average. If it starts going down, we expect it to get as far down as 2,900 or 2,950. DJT, Dow Jones Transports, was down slightly. It did close below its 50-day moving average, but above its 100-day moving average. So if it continues to go down, we expect it to hit about the 10,500 range. Let's see here. SMH. SMH was down 2.29% today. It closed right below its 20-day moving average. If it continues down, we expect it to hit the 139 area. Further than that, 132 area. So oil, if oil doesn't go up, you can clearly see if oil doesn't go up, the markets come down. Oil's been going down for probably at least a good month. And the markets, they did make new all-time highs, but next week, we'll see if they're headed down as well. Thanks for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Later.